Alright, so I'm going to be replacing the battery on this 15-inch MacBook Pro model A1398. This is a late 2013 model. So first what you want to do is remove all the screws from the bottom. So this is using a Pentalobe 1.2. So this is a very common MacBook screw. Okay. You want to keep the screws in order because some of them are different sizes, shapes, and lengths. So you don't want to get them all mixed up. Alright. So just remove all the screws from the bottom. Usually the two back middle screws are shorter, so keep that in mind. As you can see, the cover is actually pushing itself up from the bulging battery. So this battery is so bad it's actually pushing up on the entire frame of the computer. So I'm gonna have to actually hold the panel down so it doesn't launch the screws out. Excuse me. Okay. This one as well. Oops, I forgot to turn off my alerts. Hold on. Alright, I'll be back in a bit. Alright, sorry about that. Okay. We're just going to remove all the screws. I don't have much work area right now. My customer's waiting for me to replace this outside, and I still didn't finish putting back together that other Dell laptop. So I need to finish this one, and then I will put back the Dell laptop. Alright. Alright, here you can see how inflated the battery is. It's actually pushing the whole cover up. I'm probably going to have to clean the dust out of this one. We'll see. I was like pushing the cover, and then like a big thing of dust flew out of it. Okay, so normally you would grab from the back here and pop up the clips, but here you can see, wow, that's really bad. So the batteries are so inflated that, yeah, here you can see it pushed the whole cover up. Alright, so anyways, I'm going to clean the dust out of here, and then I'll be back. Alright, I'm back, so I'm going to have to be somewhat quick. I just cleaned the dust out. I have another customer coming in about 20 minutes. But basically what you want to do, I've shown a lot of videos actually for these types of battery replacements. Underneath this, let me see if I can show it. Okay, so underneath this plastic, there's, you can see the connector. There's the layer here. You don't really need to peel this plastic thing off, but here you can see the layer here, and you want to pull that up from both sides, okay, just like that, and the connector will come out. Okay, after you do that, it's always a good idea to press and hold the power button, though we are replacing the battery, so it's not really a big deal. But if you want to be safe, press and hold the power button for about 10 to 15 seconds after you disconnect the battery to drain power from the motherboard or the logic board. That way you don't risk damaging other components, okay? Alright, so now that we got that, I think we have to remove the two screws here. And those are T5 screws, so you want to make sure to get a T5 screwdriver. Alright. Alright, and there's one screw underneath this side of the adhesive. Okay, let's remove that one. Okay, and then there's another screw underneath this side of the adhesive. Okay. Just like that, remove those two. And to make it a little bit easier, you don't need to remove these rubber pieces that are on here, but they're coming out, so I'm just peeling them off. Okay. I don't know why this has all these rubber pieces on there. Usually it doesn't need them, but I guess I'll just peel them off just because they're there. So we can transfer them over to the new battery. Okay, usually they don't have these, so I don't know why there's so many. But anyways, to make this easier, what you can do, I don't know if you can see because my desk has screws in the way, I can't slide the thing all the way over. Oops. Sorry about that. What's going on? There we go. Okay, so what you want to do is remove the two screws from the speaker on this corner down here, okay, and then this one up here. All right, I'm going to do that for both of the speakers. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Hopefully you can. this screwdriver. Oh, it's the wrong. Okay. My T5 screwdriver in this set is a little bit too small, so I need to get a different one, but I'm going to use this screwdriver to remove it for now. Okay. Same thing with this side. Okay. Alright, so we got all those screws out. Next, what we're going to need is a thin pry tool. Okay, and hopefully I'll be able to show this. I'm going to turn this over. Oops, I dropped the little screwdriver bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I like to lift the speaker up here. Okay, and then while I'm lifting this one up, I'll get the pry tool underneath. So I have this kind of pry tool that is actually meant for like a pharmacy, but I just use that. And then I use that and I just jab the tool underneath the battery, making sure to only go along the aluminum frame. You don't want to jab into the battery itself, okay? Just like that. The inflated battery might help it a little bit, but we'll see. Okay, just like that. Okay. Alright, and then once you get that one battery pack up, so this piece, alright, you can go underneath and then you can scrape up the next one, just like this. Okay, and you just go along and just try and cut all the adhesive out from underneath the battery. Okay, pretty straightforward. Okay, and you do that on the other side as well. Same thing, you can lift up the speaker here. Try not to pull it too hard because there's still part of the speaker that's underneath the main board. Okay, this is just so I can get the tool underneath. Alright, and then again, just cut through the adhesive underneath. Just like this. Okay. Just like that. Alright. Once you get to the end, you can lift up this one. Make sure you cut all underneath. Okay. And then cut this side as well. Okay. You don't want to use like a knife. This thing isn't actually sharp. It's just a thin metal pry tool. So it's not sharp enough that it can cut me. You want a tool that's also very flexible, so this thing I can flex a lot. See? Because if you use a knife, it'll probably just snap off or something. And this isn't sharp, so I can like do that on my hand. Okay, getting too many messages. Hold on. So I'm gonna, hopefully it muted the message for now, but alright, so lift up those two batteries. Right, now that you got the two on each side, you have to get the middle one. The middle one's a little more difficult because the trackpad here is raised up. So you have to go slightly higher above that trackpad piece. Alright, and then shove the tool in there. But you want to be careful because there are the cables here for the trackpad and also the keyboard connector. Well, the keyboard connector you don't have to worry about, but the trackpad cable here, it goes under and you don't want to jab into that cable. So you want to make sure when you're going, you go away from there or straight along, okay? But you want to be careful not to hit that cable. Alright, so I don't know how well this is going to come out in video, but you get the idea. We're just going underneath the battery packs with the tool and cutting underneath. So whatever thin, long tool you have, but you don't want it to poke into the battery pack. If you do, you can actually cause a fire, and then you can actually destroy your MacBook. So you want to be careful with that, okay? So this one, because the battery is so inflated, it's a little bit easier than normal. But yeah, okay. So again, we're going above the trackpad. It's raised up for the trackpad, all right? And then just go along, cut the adhesive. Okay. Just like that. Okay. Come on. Okay. Just like that. Alright, I think we got all of it out. Okay, for the most part. Now that you got all of that, you can lift the battery packs up. If you didn't get all of it out, you might have to like slide the tool in and cut some more. So usually there's some adhesive on the bottom part down here. Sorry, you can't really see that in this video, but because it's going off the screen. But there we go. All right, now that we got all of that out, you basically just pull the battery out like this. So the little thing, there was a little, let me see if I can show this. There's a little adhesive down here, so you have to slide the tool. You can actually see a little of the residue. Okay, so that battery's out. Just toss that aside. All right, and then to remove the adhesive, you just peel this stuff off. Okay, this is a long, painful process, but you just peel this off. That way the new battery can stick to it better. Okay. On some models, the adhesive they use is actually really bad, and it all just tears to shreds every time you try and peel it. On this one, it looks like once you get up a small piece of it, you can slowly peel, and it will kind of peel the whole adhesive out. So just like this, get a small bit of it up, and then you can peel this out. Okay, you have to remove this foam stuff, otherwise the new battery won't stick in very well. But that's basically the bulk of this repair. After that, you basically just slide everything back in and then push the connector back in place. So I'll see if I can show you that. Hopefully my customer won't get here too quick, so that way I can show the entire process. Okay. Just like this. Luckily this one isn't too bad, so hopefully it won't take too long. Okay. Alright, just like this. If you get the sticky residue, it's okay, but you want to remove all this black foamy stuff, because the sticker, the new adhesive won't stick to the foam. It'll stick okay to the other sticky residue. Okay, just like this. Alright. Oh, this one's being kind of a pain to remove. Come on. And also you want to peel it slowly. If you peel it too fast, it tears a lot easier. Okay. Peel it all up, just like this. All right, and just do that for all of these. So here you can actually see the trackpad cable that's sticking out, like I mentioned. You have to be careful not to accidentally hit that. If you do, then you're going to have to replace the trackpad. Alright. actually just the trackpad cable, but to get that you have to peel up this metal plate. I think I have videos on that. I'm not going to do that on this one because the customer is waiting outside. So hopefully if you need that, my other video will hopefully show that. Okay. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this in time. I think my customer's almost here. I'm trying to do this as quick as possible. Alright. Hopefully if these videos help you, you guys can contribute to my channel. This kind of stuff, when I record these, it takes business away from my actual business, and YouTube doesn't really pay that much. Like, I won't even make like a quarter of a repair from a day from what people are watching, which is probably like thousands of repairs a day. But yeah, so if you guys can help contribute to the channel, because my channel's not something people watch for entertainment. I don't get like millions of views. So hopefully you guys can help me out so I can continue making these. It does add a little bit more work to these repairs because normally I won't do it at these weird angles to try and make it so you guys can see what I'm doing. But yeah. Alright. Okay. Oh, I think the other customer's here. Might have to pause this and then come back in a bit. Alright. Come on. Okay, pick up. Okay. Almost done. I know it's going off the view of the camera, I'm sorry, but I mean, you get the idea. I'm just peeling all this adhesive up. Why couldn't they just put an easier to peel up adhesive on this stuff? Okay. This is why Apple doesn't actually replace your batteries. They just replace the whole palm rest assembly with the battery already built in. They don't want to go through the hassle of getting all this stuff out and putting it back. Alright. Had someone tell me, Apple told me that you can't replace just the battery, and I was like, what are you talking about? If you watched my video, you'd see that you can. So Apple can't, but you can. Alright. Okay. Almost done. Hopefully the customer doesn't call like right when I'm finishing. Okay. Almost done. All right. The last piece. Come on. Okay. Pick this up. All right. So we got all the adhesive off. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put back the speaker screws first. Okay. Alright. I think somebody might be at my door, but hopefully they can wait till I'm finished. Alright, so we got all the speaker screws back in. Now we're just going to put the battery back, okay? So, get your replacement battery. It comes like this. Usually it'll have this plastic thing on the bottom. So you want to peel this off. Okay. You want to be careful because if you drop this down, the adhesive is going to be stuck really strong. Okay. So what you want to do, there's this plastic layer on top that keeps all the battery packs aligned. So you want to slide the bottom in first. Okay. Just like this. Line it up. Make sure that the screw holes here line up. And then you can drop it down completely, okay? Then after that, just push the battery pack in place. Once you got all of that in, you can peel this off, okay? Just like this. All right, and that's all there is to replacing the battery. You gotta reattach the connector. If you want, you can take this label if your battery didn't have it, and you can stick that back on there, okay? If yours had these rubber things, if you want, you can put those back on too. I don't know why they had them, but I'm going to put them back on there since they were there. Okay. Just like that. Okay. It had the one here too. All right. Okay. Alright, so now you want to put back the screws for the battery connector. Alright. Just like that. There we go. Okay, make sure it's all tightened down completely. And then you want to realign this piece and connect it. Usually it helps to make sure the top goes in first, okay? And you can do like one corner like that. And then once you get the top of it in, you can push the whole thing down. Okay, there we go. So now we got the battery installed. You can put this piece back on top. Just like that. All right, and now it's good as new. Get the metal cover. Put this back in place. And then put back in all the pentalobe screws. So I'm going to use this pentalobe screwdriver so it's a little easier for you guys to see. I'm going to take that and then we'll put the screws back in. Again, remember the two back here are shorter than the rest. Okay. And make sure you clipped in the middle. I already clipped them in. Alright, and that's all there is to it. So hopefully this video helped you guys. This is basically the same on all the newer MacBooks as well. There is like the cable that you have to deal with for the trackpad on the newer ones. But other than that, it's the same. You have that adhesive you have to cut underneath and then peel it up. But yeah, hopefully this video helped you guys. If it did, please like and subscribe so that others can find these videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!